Okay. So I accidentally made part 2 way shorter than I meant to. So we're starting part 3 already. Tail lights. Always keep tail and side lights in working order. They signal other motorists in the dark and prevent accidents. Tires. If a motorist feels or hears any unusual thumping while driving, he or she should check the tires, bumps, cuts, or bad tread that can cause blowouts. Tire pressure should be checked often, especially when tires are cold. A motorist should check the owner's manual to determine proper tire pressure, or should ask for advice at a service station. Properly inflated tires save money in fuel consumption. A vehicle should not be driven with tires that have less than 1/16 inch of tread about the edge of a dime to hold onto the road properly. Tires must match. Do not mix radials with other tire types and must have enough tread. Turn signals. Turn signals. A motorist should be able to hear the clicking when the lighted arrows flash on the dashboard. If they do not work, the signals must be fixed as soon as possible. Meanwhile, a motorist should use hand signals. Windshield. Cracks or chips in a windshield can cause it to break. It should be replaced. A windshield should be cleaned at all times, inside and out. Windshield wipers should always work. If they come with washers, a motorist can use non-freezing spray to stop icing. So that's something they can use. New Jersey law prohibits add-on tinting on windshields and front side windows. Snow and ice. State law requires a motorist to remove snow or ice that could strike another vehicle or pedestrian. Requires a motorist to remove snow or ice from a vehicle before driving it. My bad, I skipped the line. If snow or ice dislodges from a moving vehicle, it could strike another vehicle or pedestrian, causing injury or property damage. A motorist is required to make all reasonable efforts to remove accumulated ice, including hood, trunk, roof, and windshield. Any person who violates this law is subject to fines of $25 to $75, regardless of whether any snow or ice is dislodged from the vehicle. If dislodged snow or ice causes injury or property damage, fines up to $1,500 may be assessed. Starting a parked car. Before getting into a vehicle, look behind it and in front of it. There are blind spots. Once a motorist is behind the wheel, children may be there. There may also be bottles, cans, bicycles, or other things that cannot be seen from the motorist's seat. Starting checklist. All windows should be clean. Nothing should block a motorist's vision. The seat should... Okay, back to the checklist. Starting checklist. All windows should be clean and nothing should block a motorist's vision. The seat must be adjusted so the motorist can reach all pedals and controls easily. For most motorists, the seat may be adjusted so he or she is sitting at an arm's length from the steering wheel. So, as you can see in the picture, if you're looking at the video, or if you're just listening, there's a picture of a car, and it shows two blind spots, two blind areas. It shows what the person that's driving the car can see in front and what they're able to see behind using the left side mirror, the right side mirror, and the area of the review mirror vision. All right? Okay. So inside and outside review mirrors should be adjusted. That's part of the continuing with the checklist. Seat belts and shoulder harnesses should be fastened so that they are firm and comfortable. The vehicle should be in park or neutral gear, and the parking brake should be set. Doors should be locked. So those are things you need to do. Okay, and going on to the next page. So then we were on page 47 for anybody that's reading along. Going on to page 48. A motorist should keep good posture while driving. The seat should be adjusted so that the motorist can reach the foot pedals easily. The motorist should be comfortable behind the wheel. He or she should not have to strain to reach I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I messed up something. So I'm just going to start again from that page. I'm a little out of it. I'm sorry about that. A motorist should keep good posture while driving. The seat should be adjusted so the motorist can reach the foot pedals easily. The motorist should be comfortable behind the wheel. He or she should not have to strain to reach gear shift levers, turn signals, or dashboard controls. A motorist is properly positioned when he or she can see clearly and can glance to the rear. If a motorist wears glasses, he or she should adjust them. More than 95% of the information a motorist needs is visual. To fight glare at night, colored lenses should be avoided as they distort color. Anti-reflective coatings should be used on lenses. This will help eliminate internal reflections in eyeglasses and may help night driving. A motorist should have an eye checkup every 2 years. As a motorist ages, visual clarity declines, and peripheral vision becomes less distinct. For example, a 60-year-old perceives light about a third as well as a 20-year-old. Inside and outside mirrors should be adjusted to reduce blind spots. These are areas where a motorist cannot see behind his or her vehicle on both sides through the mirror. A motorist can check this by turning his or her head. The outside mirror should be adjusted so that the motorist can see the tip of the driver's side front door handle in the lower right of the mirror. This will allow the motorist to see part of the lanes of traffic to the left and to the rear of the vehicle. After starting the engine, a motorist should make sure that his or her path is clear by turning and looking back. A motorist should not depend on review mirrors. A motorist must also be sure to check for pedestrians and less conspicuous vehicles, such as bicycles and mopeds. A motorist should also give proper signal and drive with caution. When on the road, a motorist can check the vehicle's mirrors by letting a vehicle pass on the left. As the passing vehicle disappears from inside the rearview mirror, a motorist should be able to see its front bumper in the outside rearview mirror. Idling your vehicle. New Jersey law requires all motorists to restrict vehicle idling to 3 minutes or less. Idling more than 3 minutes is unnecessary and harmful to your vehicle and your health. Vehicle and property owners face fines of $250 to $1,000 for each violation of this law. There are some specific situations in which a vehicle may idle for an extended time, such as when stuck in traffic or at drive-through establishments. See www.stopthesoot.org for a complete list of exemptions. So don't forget, idling stinks and it's against the law. Turn the key and be idle free. Okay. Steering, a hand position. A motorist's grip on the steering wheel is important. The steering wheel can be thought of as a face of a clock. For normal driving, a motorist should grip the steering wheel by the outside rim at 9 and 3 o'clock positions, keeping his or her thumb along the face of the wheel. Gripping the steering wheel, as described, diminishes the risk of hand, wrist, and arm injury. If the airbag is deployed, a motorist should never turn the wheel while gripping it from the inside of the rim, hand facing inward. The steering wheel should be held firmly, but not too tight, as steady as possible as the vehicle's speed increases. Both hands should be kept on the steering wheel at all times, except when shifting gears or giving hand signals. The motorist should keep the vehicle in the center of the lane that it is traveling on a 2-lane road with traffic coming toward the vehicle. The motorist should keep to the right. Once a motorist feels how a vehicle reacts to steering, he or she will be ready to practice turning, parking, and other movements. It takes practice to get the feel of steering. If the vehicle has anti-brake locks, ABS, the motorist should never violently jerk the steering wheel while braking. See previous section, brakes. So there's a picture. One hand is on 9 and the other one is on at 3. 9 and 3 o'clock. Okay, in the picture on the book. Hand-over-hand steering. Hand-over-hand steering permits a motorist to make steering adjustments ranging from very minor up to a half turn of the wheel, while keeping both hands on the wheel. If turning through a slight curve, both hands would typically retain their original grip on the wheel, making only a slight finger or wrist adjustment as necessary to maintain the path of travel. However, when moving through a turn, the hands may move as much as 165 degrees. The motorist initiates the turn by pushing the wheel up from 9 or 3 o'clock position towards 12. And the opposite hand crosses over and down to the 9 or 3 o'clock position. So turning the page now from page 49 on to page 50. Appropriate to provide additional input or to stabilize steering. The original hand then returns to the original start position of 9 or 3 o'clock. The process is reversed to return to a straight path, or the wheel can be allowed to slip through the fingers. Controlled slipping to straighten when coming out of a turn. While both hands are always on the wheel to make adjustments as necessary, hand-over-hand steering is particularly well suited for precision maneuvers, steering through curves, intersection, entry and exit, and skid recovery. Stopping distances. There is no simple way to tell exactly how long it will take a vehicle to stop at a certain speed. Stopping distance depends on motorist reaction time, weather, and visibility conditions. Brake conditions. Condition and type of tires. Roadway conditions. Speed. One point is sure. The faster a vehicle is going, the longer it will take to stop. When a motorist must stop quickly, speed can be the difference between life and death. Stopping distances on dry surfaces for passenger vehicles. So they have a chart here. So the speed, 10 miles per hour, reaction distance, 11 feet, braking distance, 8 feet, total 19 feet. And the chart goes on, 20 miles per hour, the speed, the reaction distance to that is 22 feet, braking distance is 31 feet, and the total is 53 feet. So when you are driving 30 miles per hour, and the reaction distance to that is 33 feet, the braking distance for that is 69 feet, and the total is 102 feet. And you get the picture that the numbers get higher as you go. That's something that is, it's good to take a look and study when for the test. I'm going to skip to just reading. And based on a reaction time of 3/4 second, which is typical for most motorists, under most traffic conditions, a vehicle travels 88 feet per second at 60 miles per hour. Deceleration is approximately 14 feet per second. See Chapter 4 for more information on stopping, and Chapter 5 for information about following distances and stopping at night. So on to page 51, proper braking. The use of brakes may seem simple, but it is not. A motorist should know the type of braking system that his or her vehicle uses. It could be a conventional drum and disc brake system, or an anti-lock braking system, ABS. Whether the vehicle is front or rear wheel drive does not determine proper braking. Many new motorists make common mistakes of slamming the brake pedal, even if there is no emergency. The vehicle will jerk to a stop quickly and wear out brakes and tires. Steady and gentle pressure should be applied to the brake to bring the vehicle to a controlled stop. With an ABS, a motorist should not pump the brakes or jerk the wheel violently. An ABS-equipped vehicle may go out of control at only 35 miles per hour if a motorist violently jerks the steering wheel and brake, even on dry pavement. New motorists should practice hard braking and steering in an empty parking lot or open space until they are accustomed to ABS. A motorist should always use his or her right foot for both the brake and the gas pedal. If the vehicle is equipped with a manual transmission, the left foot should be used for a clutch. I think my phone is dying right now because I see that the light went down. So I do want to continue reading this. I do think I need to stop though, and I will continue. Alright guys, so I'm gonna be stopping this because my phone it's not gonna make it. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys, and I guess see you guys next time.